This is Sports Update. I'm Sarah Jane Munro. Parity is the word used to describe what's going on in the NFL this season, and nobody expected teams like Kansas City and Oakland to be playing as well as they are. Down 14 to the Cardinals with 4:39 remaining in regulation, quarterback Brett Favre stepped in, threw 2 touchdown passes and a career-high 446 yards to upset Arizona in overtime, 27-24. A much-needed win for the struggling Minnesota Vikings. It seems first-round draft pick Taylor Hall has yet to do anything for the Edmonton Oilers. They're firmly entrenched at the bottom of the Western Conference. And NHL player Sean Avery handed out the ultimate diss to veterans this week at the ACC. While fans and players alike stood and cheered, Avery chose not to. Not exactly hockey at its finest. The Toronto Raptors are visiting the Big Three this weekend in Miami. Let's hope it's not too much of a whooping. This is one sport we won't be seeing parity in for a while, if ever. That's Sports Update. I'm Sarah Jane Munro. This is Race Recap. I'm Sarah Jane Munro. The Breeders' Cup was held here at Woodbine in 1996, only it wasn't nearly as exciting as this year's event. Zenyatta, the 6-year-old mare who raced against stallions, took second to the favorite Blame. However, it was overall racing that won this weekend. Ratings were up 182%, betting was 173.3 million, and attendance was up 23.6%. It was a fantastic day for racing, one where second place did not disappoint. For Race Recap, I'm Sarah Jane Munro. I'm Sarah Jane Munro, and welcome to Cakewalk Wedding Cake Challenge, which, believe me, will be no walk in the park. Tonight, we've invited 3 talented cake designers to go head-to-head in a battle for wedding cake supremacy. The judging panel includes our ace cake artists and the ultimate cake cutters, our soon-to-be newlyweds, Mary and Jeff Baker. Will the 3 cakes be good enough to impress our judges and be chosen as the cake on the big day, or will they fall flat? So, let's meet the 3 people who will go tier to tier to take on our challenge.
Great cakes in my day. We all have. Most of us understand that it's not just about a cake. It's an experience shared by others, enhanced by cake. That's why my friend Carmen and Chance's wedding cake is the best. It was the most thoughtful effort I've ever seen a designer put into a cake. Not just the cake either. She managed to create an expression of Carmen and Chance's relationship and make the experience of eating it just as magnificent as the cake itself. The flavors are as firmly imprinted on my mind as the experience, and it was proven to me right then and there that cake designers use fondant and buttercream as their canvas. I'm not quite sure if I'm ever going to get another cake experience quite like that one, but if I do, it would be helping couples find their cake. That would be it.
My name is Sarah Jane, and I'm addicted to cake. There's no 12-step program for that. That's what makes it so hard to share the worst cake story ever. It was my first birthday at my in-laws, and they're from Nova Scotia, so they've got some customs, right? Well, they've also got a great big family. There were 15 of us sitting at the table. I'd just blown out my candles. I was finally going to get some birthday cake, and the next thing I know, there's a half pound of butter smeared across my face. Well, I'm not the kind of girl who appreciates that, and the only thing in front of me was my cake. So I picked it up, turned around, and gave it to my butter and brother-in-law, Jim, right in the face. He made me waste my cake in front of my mother-in-law. That's the worst cake story ever. My name is Sarah Jane, and I'm addicted to cake.
He took hers and Phil's and walked out here without a bowl for me. So I said, where's my pudding?
I hope she brought you some.
Yes, she did.
Oh, that's good. It was worth it, was it? Yeah.
Anything she cooks is so good. She's a great cook.
What makes me a good cook? My ability to not only feed your stomach, but feed your soul.
I hope there's more there.
Oh yeah, you like the pudding, do you?
I like her puddings. I like everything she cooks. She's a great cook.
Oh yeah?
You feel you just want to keep on eating.
So here we are in the barn. I've got myself a nice little ingredient to curry here. My friend, a little goat. Also tastes very good with rosemary and goes well with some red wine. Well, I guess they don't think so, but...
What I really enjoy about Sarah is how she makes everything fun. Whether it's cooking or just hanging out with friends, it's always a fun time.
The best place to get bacon is straight off the bat, right here. And if you're looking for some good loin chops, right about here is the place you want to go. Now we're gonna get this little potbelly out of here. Come on, fella, let's go. Now we're looking at the real deal, my friends, the real deal. What we have here is a prime specimen of pork. Absolutely prized specimen. Now I'm telling you, you're gonna want to take some chops out of this bad boy, and you're gonna find those close to the back, alright? We're gonna take a little trip down the old belly here. Right about here. That's a good old chop, I'm telling you. That's the best way to eat pig. Now you always need a good wine with dinner. And I recommend if you're gonna season some pork chops, the best thing to do is put some rosemary on it. That's a good boy. Hey, look at that. I'm riding a pig. Now, back to the subject at hand here. You're gonna want a good wine. So I'm gonna recommend Lindemans. It's the way to go. Rump roast. There you go. That's the best part of cooking, you know, when people appreciate what you've done for them. That's the truth.
I'm the reason the drool's rolling down your chin. Wipe that lip, babe, the second course is coming in. Ease out your belt now, dessert is like a mortal sin. I can't keep on fighting, my food always wins.
You're gonna wanna taste my muffin. You know what? Or maybe you're just gonna wanna take a big bite of my cookie. I suppose if I had to pick one though, it would be clam chowder or seafood chowder for sure. That's what I'm most proud of.